Thank you. We'd like to welcome everyone to the May 3rd, 2021 Mesa City Council meeting. Our council is present with Mr. Thompson and Mr. Luna joining us via Zoom. At this meeting, we are taking comments both over the telephone and the internet. You can find multiple ways to participate on the first page of our City Council agenda. Additionally, if you would like to speak, you should submit a blue card 1 hour before the meeting. Again, you can find that information on the first page of the agenda for this meeting and also at mesaaz.gov/blue card. We will begin our meeting this afternoon with an invocation offered by Reverend Jen Lambert with the Red Mountain United Methodist Church, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. So please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pastor, are you with us?
Good evening. It is a privilege to be with you online as you conduct the business essential to the city of Mesa. Not only am I the senior pastor at Red Mountain United Methodist Church, I am a proud Mesa resident and an Arizona native. I invite you to settle in, take a deep breath, and join me in an attitude of prayer. Creator God, thank you for those who are gathered together to conduct the business essential for the city of Mesa. Thank you for the leaders, the staff members, and the volunteers who come together to make things happen for so many. Thank you for your many and abundant blessings. Thank you for life itself, for the measure of health we need to fulfill our callings, for sustenance, and for friendship. Thank you for the ability to be involved in useful work and for the honor of bearing appropriate responsibilities. Your boundless and gracious nature love every one of us. In the scriptures, you have said that citizens ought to obey the governing authorities, since you have established those very authorities to promote peace and order and justice. Therefore, I pray for our mayor, for the various levels of city officials, and in particular for this assembled council. Grant them wisdom to govern amidst the conflicting interests and issues of our time, for the continued challenges of governing through a pandemic. Grant them a sense of the welfare and true needs of our people, a keen thirst for justice and rightness, confidence in what is good and fitting, the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement, personal peace in their lives, and joy in their task. I pray for the agenda set before them today. May their work please you and benefit those who live and work in and around our beloved city. May this group know your peace and work in unity. May they experience your grace. May they be blessed beyond measure. In these moments of silence, we breathe in your spirit. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Reverend Lambert. I appreciated that prayer. I appreciated the invitation to take a deep breath at the beginning of the prayer, actually. That was very thoughtful, and it was had a good impact on all of us. The first item on our agenda is the consent agenda. We have Mr. Kevin Christopher, who will please read the consent agenda. Mr. Christopher.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. These are the items on the consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk will be considered as a group by the City Council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion unless a council member or citizen requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered as a separate item. Item 2, approval of minutes of previous meetings is written. Item 3A, act on liquor license application for Unit 1 Bravo AOMA, one-day event, May 6th, 922 South Country Club Drive. Item 3B, act on liquor license application for Unit 1 Bravo AOMA, one-day event, May 20th, 922 South Country Club Drive. Item 3C, act on liquor license application for Cider Corp., 31 South Robeson. Item 3D, act on liquor license application for Blue 32 Sports Grill, 2028 North Gilbert Road. Item 3E, act on liquor license application for Morning Glory Restaurant, 4545 East McKellips Road. Item 3F, act on liquor license application for Mr. Brew's Tap House Mesa, 1113 South Signal Butte Road. Item 3G, act on liquor license application for Valero, 4360 East Broadway Road. Item 4A, act on one-year renewal of the term contract for parts and services to support the closed-circuit TV system for various city facilities. Item 4B, act on dollar limit increase to the term contract for flooring products and services for the Parks, Recreation, and Community Facilities Department. Item 4C, act on contract to purchase PS Trax modules for the Mesa Fire and Medical Department. Item 4D, act on contract to purchase 3 rapidly deployable camera system kits for the Mesa Police Department. This purchase is fully grant-funded by the Arizona Department of Homeland Security. Item 4E, act on 2-year term contract with a 1-year renewal option for 4 remote observation platforms for the Mesa Police Department. Item 4F, act on contract to purchase a portable X-ray system for the Mesa Police Department. This purchase is partially grant-funded by the Arizona Department of Homeland Security. Item 4G, act on dollar limit increase to the term contract for emergency vehicle equipment and installation services for the Fleet Services Department. Item 4H, act on awarding 2 additional vendors to the term contract for heavy-duty truck, construction, industrial fleet, and equipment parts, services, and accessories for the Fleet Services Department. Item 4I, act on contract to purchase and install 19 methane detection sensors for the Fleet Services Department. Item 4J, act on contract to purchase high availability data storage for the Department of Innovation and Technology. Item 4K, act on 3-year term contract with 2 years renewal options for software, hardware, support, and services for the Water Resources Department. Item 4L, act on contract to purchase 1 Vector truck for the Transportation Department. Item 4M, act on 3-year term contract with 2 years of renewal options for industrial and non-industrial electrical and process SCADA equipment, parts, supplies, and services for various citywide departments. Item 4N, act on contract to install a 16-inch water main for the Signal Butte Road, Pecos Road to Germain Road project. Item 4O, act on contract for water meter vault rehabilitations, Phase 12. Item 5A, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into a Coronavirus Response and Rapid Supplemental Appropriations Act grant agreement with the FAA. The funds will be used as reimbursement of eligible expenses incurred by Falcon Field Airport during the COVID-19 pandemic. Item 5B, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into a grant agreement with the city of Tucson to accept grant funds under the East Valley Drug Enforcement Task Force program to be used for overtime and supplies for the police department's organized crime section. Item 5C, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with Superposition Fire and Medical District to provide mutual backup ambulance services. Item 5D, act on resolution approving and authorizing the city manager to enter into a project agreement with Maricopa Association of Governments for an arterial life cycle program project on Val Vista Drive between the US 60 and Pueblo Avenue that defines the regional reimbursement schedule for the project. Item 5E, act on resolution extinguishing a temporary retention easement on Lot 9 of the plat of Mesa Automotive Center 2, 566 East Auto Center Drive to accommodate the commercial development Metro Mesa. This is requested by the property owner. Item 5F, act on resolution extinguishing 2 drainage easements located east of South Ellsworth Road and south of East Point 22 Boulevard to accommodate the development of East Mark Commercial Core. This was requested by the property owner. Item 6A, introduction of ordinance amending Title 5 of the Mesa City Code, Business Regulations, by adding a new Chapter 4 entitled Mobile Food Vendors, enacting reasonable regulations and licensing requirements on mobile food vendors and mobile food units operating in Mesa. Item 6B, introduction of ordinance amending Title 5 of the Mesa City Code, Business Regulations, by repealing Chapter 8 entitled Peddlers, Solicitors, and Transient Merchants in its entirety and replacing it with a new Chapter 8, Peddlers and Solicitors, clarifying the regulations and licensing requirements for peddlers and solicitors operating in Mesa. Item 6C, introduction of ordinance amending Title 5 of the Mesa City Code, Business Regulations, by repealing Chapter 1 entitled Special Event License in its entirety and replacing it with a new Chapter 1 entitled Special Events, clarifying the regulations and licensing requirements for special events in Mesa. Item 7A, act on ordinance regarding ZON 20-00877 for property located south of the 202 Red Mountain Freeway and east of Gilbert Road, rezoned to allow for development of a single residence subdivision. Item 7B, act on ordinance amending Mesa City Code Title 10, Chapter 8, Section 1, entitled Refusal to Furnish Information or Sign Citation, to clarify that civil traffic violators are required to provide full name and date of birth to a citing officer. Item 8A, act on subdivision plat, Chrisman Commons, located north of Baseline Road on the west side of Chrisman Road. And item 8B, act on subdivision plat, Tapestry at Destination, for property on the south side of Williamsfield Road and the west side of South Fountain Road. Mayor and council members, these are the items on the consent agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Christopher. Ms. Mickelson, have we had any requests to speak on an item and have it removed from the consent agenda?
No request, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. I see we have a motion made by Mr. Heredia, seconded by Mr. Freeman for approval of the consent agenda. Please cast your votes. Mr. Luna, how do you vote?
Aye.
Thank you. Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Thank you. The consent agenda passes unanimously. Next item on our agenda is item 9. This is the public hearing prior to the release of the petitions for annexation case 21-00095 for approximately 41.5 acres of land located north of McDowell Road and west of Lehigh Road. I declare the public hearing open. Ms. Mickelson, do we have any requests to speak on this item from the public?
No request, Mayor.
Thank you. Do any council members wish to address this item? Hearing none, I declare the public hearing closed. There is no action on this item at this meeting. This annexation will come back to the council at a future council meeting for action. Next item on our agenda is item 10, items from citizens present. Ms. Mickelson, do we have any requests to speak?
Yes, Mayor, we have 2 speakers. The first speaker is George Papa, and he should be on the phone.
Mr. Papa, are you with us? George Papa, if you're with us, and if you're able, please unmute your telephone. Okay, while we wait for perhaps Mr. Papa to figure that out, or for us to make sure we've got him on the line, I believe you have another speaker, perhaps a card to be read.
Okay, the other speaker is Mark Lowe. I'm not sure if he's on the line. I do have comments if he's not on the line.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lowe. Are you on the phone?
I was called and I don't know how to unmute. I thought I had to do star.
Is that either Mr. Lowe or Mr. Papa?
This is George Papa. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mr. Papa, we hear you. Please proceed. You have 3 minutes.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor and Honorable Council. I am aware of an unfortunate police incident that happened 6 years ago. And to make a long story short, there was a young man, citizen of Mesa, that was shot by the police. And in the process of being shot, he was charged with a crime that he allegedly did not do. And it required this particular suspect to receive an indictment in order for him to be charged. And there was a police detective from the City of Mesa Police Department that appeared before the grand jury. And he gave false testimony, and a copy of the testimony is recorded in the grand jury transcript. And then roughly a year later, this particular detective got on a telephone call that was recorded to the attorneys involved, and he admitted and confessed that he made a mistake to the grand jury, and he admitted that he did not tell the truth. In fact, he fabricated what actually did happen. And all of this is recorded, voice recorded, transcript recorded. And my purpose in appearing before the City Council at this time is to simply say that there has been a complaint filed more than 2 years ago with the City of Mesa Police Department, but it has been ignored. And I stand now to call attention to this particular situation, and I simply ask that, I know you can't make a decision at this point, but I would like to call it to the attention of this honorable council to resolve that an action be taken informally to get to the bottom of it. I would personally like to appear with a responsible party from the Mesa Police Department for the purpose of getting to the bottom and putting all of the facts and all of the data on the table. And this is not going to require a new trial. This is not going to require any more than to come to the conclusion that a mistake was made and to inform the Maricopa County Attorney's Office to petition the court that a mistake was made so that this young man can be released from prison and returned to his family where he rightfully belongs. And that's my statement, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Papa. I think you may know that because this item isn't on our agenda, we can't take any action, but we can ask staff to contact you, and we are in receipt of your email, and I've been informed that the police department will be reaching out to you. So,
Okay, and I thank you.
thank you, Mr. Papa.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Mickelson, can you remind me, so the second item from citizens present is a statement that they've asked to have read, is that correct?
Correct. Mark Lowe is not on the phone, so I'll read his comments. He states it is important to have transparency regarding the Wuhan flu viral cycle threshold that the city of Mesa used and is using now to support the wearing of masks, distancing, and certain small business restrictions and closures. Mesa's past and current Wuhan flu cycle threshold must become known publicly to any concerned citizen and easily disclosed, as that information must have been in place before any masking, distancing, or restrictions were put in place, correct? Would you please provide the empirical data, study, or other information which your council used to impose restrictions? Having the facts and data that are being used to keep masking in place will restore my faith in Mesa's elected employees. It seems that the retraction of masking and lockdowns, which caused so much financial and human carnage, did not and has not reached the level of promulgation the mask and lockdown orders did. Why is that? Are city, police, fire, and safety still required to wear masks that sicken? If masking is still required on we the people's property, i.e. City of Mesa buildings, then what is the Wuhan flu viral cycle threshold used by those in City of Mesa government who continue to mandate the wearing of masks? The science and data used to mask and lock down, used by those who masked and locked down, we the people, is missing. Why is that? Would someone from the City of Mesa please cite where in the United States Constitution and or the Arizona State Constitution that you all swore to protect and defend the legal authority to mask and lock down we the people, as I cannot find it. Thank you for making time to address my concerned citizen questions regarding the city's positions.
Thank you, Ms. Mickelson. No other requests to speak?
Correct, no other requests.
Okay. Thank you. That concludes the items on our agenda. Council, is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Mr. Freeman, seconded by Vice Mayor Duff. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We are adjourned.